Hey there folks, Riyadh and Yahya here from tabletopminis.com and welcome to another Horus Heresy battle report. So today we're playing 1900 points of Salamanders versus World Eaters, and we're going to play the Contact Lost Maelstrom mission. So it should be pretty cool. Let's show you the armies and then we'll get started. Okay, so here we've got our Salamanders army at 1900 points, and we're led by a Praetor with Cataphractii Terminator armor, and he has a Thunder Hammer, Mastercrafted, and a Dragon Scale Storm Shield. And he also has digital lasers to give him an extra attack. He's going to be in a unit of 5 Fire Drakes, with the Sergeant having Mastercrafted Thunder Hammer, and they've all got Thunder Hammers and Dragon Scale Shields. And they'll be riding in this Spartan Assault Tank, and that has Armored Ceramite and Flare Shields. We then have a unit of 10 Tactical Marines here. The Sergeant has Combi Plasma and Melta Bombs. We then have a Sakaran Battle Tank, just upgraded with las cannon sponsons. Then over on this side we have another 10-man squad of Tactical Marines. Same thing, the Sergeant's got Combi Plasma and he also has Melta Bombs. And they'll be riding in a Rhino. We then have a Contemptor Dreadnought, and that has extra armor and it has a Kerry's Pattern Assault Cannon. And finally, new to the army, we have our unit of 10 veterans. And the veteran sergeant here, he's been upgraded with Combi Melta. The whole squad has Melta Bombs, and we have two of the squad has Melta Guns. And they're going to be riding in the Rhino just here. So that is 1900 points of Salamanders.
And here we have 1900 points of World Eaters. It's going to be led by the Legion Praetor over here. He's got Cataphractii Terminator armor, Chain Fist, digital lasers. His Chain Fist is mastercrafted, and he's got a Combi Melta. Next we've got, as a dedicated transport, this Rhino over here. It's been upgraded with Hunter Killer Missile, Dozer Blade, Auxiliary Drive, extra armor, and another Twin-Linked Bolter. Then for troops, we've got two 10-man Legion tactical squads here. This one over here, this Sergeant has a Combi Melta, Melta Bombs, and Artificer armor. That squad has a Vexilla as well. Then this squad over here, the Sergeant's got a Melta Bombs and Artificer armor, and that squad's got Vexilla as well. Then for elites, we've got the Dreadnought Talon over here, with 2 Kerry's Assault Cannons and extra armor. Then we've got the Red Butchers over here. The Sergeant, the Devourer, just has 2 Chain Fists. All the other guys have 2 Power Axes. Then we've got Rampager Squad over here, a new addition to the army. They've got 2 Meteor Hammers and 2, Execration or Chain Axe. And the Sergeant has a Twin Phalanx Blades. Yeah, and then for heavy support, we've got the Spartan over here. He's been upgraded with Hunter Killer Missile, Auxiliary Drive, Armored Ceramite, Flare Shields, and a Dozer Blade. The Praetor is going to be joining the Red Butchers, and they're going to be going in the Spartan. Then we've got Sakaran over here, finally. He's been upgraded with Hunter Killer Missile, Dozer Blade, Auxiliary Drive, Armored Ceramite, and las cannon sponsons. So yeah, that's the army of World Eaters at the moment, 1900 points.
Alright, so here we've got the board set up and we're playing on the Sands of Time mat. We've kind of set up the scenery to look like a kind of a river that's dried up going through the center of an old town here. So we have our objectives placed. We have number 4 here, number 6 there, number 1 back there, number 2 over here, number 3 there, and finally 5 in the center of them buildings. And the mission we're playing is Contact Lost, so we start on the first turn with 1 objective, and then every turn, however many objectives that we have secured, we can draw extra cards up to a maximum of 6. So should be quite interesting. So now we'll get into deployment. And now to see who deploys first, 3 and you. A 2, so it is Salamanders to deploy first. Okay, so deployment's over, and we have over here on the Salamanders side, starting with the Rhino here with Tactical Squad. Then we have our Rhino with the Veterans, our Spartan in the middle, with the Tac Squad in front. Then we have the Contemptor Dreadnought and the Sakaran. And over on the World Eaters side, their Spartan set up just here. Then the Contemptor Dreadnought, and a tactical squad in behind cover here. Then the Scarran, and another Rhino with another tactical squad. And finally the Rampagers are hiding out in the building just here. So that is the board set up, and now trying to seize the initiative for World Eaters. So needing a 6. Oh. They don't make it, so it's into Salamander's turn 1. The Rampagers here, they've scouted and they've just moved downstairs over here. So now into Salamander's turn 1. Tactical objectives here, and I draw 1, which is behind enemy lines. So start the movement, and my Rhino with tac squad is just going to move up to here. And now my Veteran Rhino, that's going to move at cruising speed and 12 inches up to here. And my Spartan is going to move at cruising speed 12 inches, which will put it just up here. And the Contemptor is going to move up to here, 6 inches. And now my Scarran is just going to pivot and move 6 to over here, and then it will pivot again like this. And now this tactical squad, who I have moved through cover because I'm a right of war, I'm going to move 3 inches. We'll take them up to just in the crater there. So into shooting, and my Veteran Rhino here is going to go flat out, so it's going to move up to here. So now the Spartan here is going to shoot its left las cannons. Yep, at that dreadnought over there. And it's snap fire in here, so hitting on 6s, rerollable because twin linked. And no hits. Now this las cannon on the Spartan over there, hitting on 6s as well. And rerollable. And 1 hit. So glancing on 5s, penning on 6. And it's a glance. So that's 1 hull point off the Spartan. It's down to 4 hull points. Now the Contemptor here is going to shoot at the Rhino over there, so needing 2s to hit here. And that is all hits. And we're strength 6 against armor 11, so we're glancing on 5s, penetrating on 6s. And that is 2 pens, and yeah, 2 pens there. So vehicle damage table, and we have a 4, which is crew shaken, crew stunned, but I think you have
I've got extra armor.
Extra armor, so that's just a hull point. And next we have a 3, which is crew shaken. So the Rhino's down to 1 hull point. Now the Scarran here is going to fire its accelerator autocannon at the Spartan over here. So it's 6 shots, twin linked, hitting on 3s. And that is 5 hits. And we can reroll that for being twin linked. So that's all hits. So these are rending shots, so we need 6s to do anything to this Spartan. And it's got a flare shield as well, so that's 2 6s. So with them rending shots, we can add a D3. So let's add 2 D3s. So that is a 3 and a 2. So that's 1 pen and 1 glance. And let's see now what the pen does. And it's a 3, so crew shaken. That Spartan is down to 2 hull points. Now the 2 las cannons here, they're firing at normal ballistic skill, hitting on 3s. 1 hit. Strength 9, but a flare shield, which puts it down to strength 8. So we're glancing on 6 here. And we don't do it. So no charges to make, so the end of turn 1 for the Salamanders, and we didn't manage to get a victory point for that objective we had behind enemy lines, so it's in turn 1 for the World Eaters.
So start of turn 1 for the World Eaters. Here we're going to draw 1 tactical objective, and we get Assassinate. Score 1 victory point at the end of your turn if at least 1 enemy character was removed as a casualty during your turn. Okay, so into movement. So first, these Rampagers in here, they're just going to move out of the building up to here, 6 inches, like that. Okay, next the Scarran over here, he's just going to pivot like that, and then he's gonna move 6 inches forward up to here, and I think I'll move him 6 inches again, which puts him up to here, and then I'm just gonna pivot him around like that. Okay, and next is Rhino over here. He's just going to move up 6 inches to here and pivot. Then it's going to disembark its tactical squad. And they'll move up to here. That's disembarked. Next, the dreadnought here is just going to move up 6 inches, roughly 6 inches to here, like that. And now this squad here is going to move out 6 inches, just around here, like that. And next, the Spartan over here, he's just going to pivot, like that. Okay, and actually I remembered that he's going to be firing snapshots next turn, so I'm actually going to cruise him. He's going to pivot a little bit, and he's going to take a dangerous terrain test for that crater over there. So here we go. It's a 6, he's okay, so he's going to move up 12 inches. Put him up to here, and then he's just going to pivot like that. Okay, so that's it for movement now. All my units have moved, and so into shooting. Now with these guys, I'm going to run. Oh, cocked dice. 5 inches, so that puts them just over here. I'm going to start with this Karen over here. It's going to be firing 2 weapons at full ballistic skill, this las cannon and its twin-linked auto accelerator cannon. We're going to start with the las cannon here, firing against the side armor of that rhino over there, hitting on 3s. It hits, and it's armor 11, so glancing on 2s.
It's a pen.
It's a pen.
Okay, do you want to roll on the vehicle damage table?
Yep.
That's a 4, so...
That's a 5 because it's AP2, the last cannon. That's the twin-linked bolter on the rhino, destroyed. Now for the twin-linked accelerator cannon. It's going to be 6 shots, hitting on 3s, rerollable. Reroll these 4. And, wow, they all hit, so that's 6 hits.
That's 7, so 4 is to glance.
Yeah, 4 is to glance here. And that's
3 pens.
3 penetrating shots, so that's the rhino destroyed.
Yeah,
So 3 penetrating shots, and that means the rhino is destroyed. So that's going to be an emergency disembarkation for the unit of veteran tactical marines in there. So that's them emergency disembarked. Okay, next this squad here is going to run 4 inches. That puts them over here. Okay, next this rhino here, he's going to move flat out. He's just going to pivot and move up to here, and pivot like that. Okay, and now the dreadnought here is going to fire both of its carries, the assault cannons, at that squad of tactical marines over there. So that's 12 shots, hitting on 2s. Okay, wow, so that one's cocked. And okay, so that's 11 hits. That's 11 hits. It's rending here as well, so it's 2+ to wound. And so that's 2 instantly dead, and the 3 didn't make it. So that's 6 wounds here. You've got 3+ save. And there's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the 2 rending first get destroyed there, and then we need to make 3 wounds here.
2 lookout sirs.
2 lookout sirs for the sergeant.
So 4 ones. He makes it.
Yeah.
So that'll be him dead. And the final lookout sir. Ooh, and he doesn't.
Doesn't make it, so that's a sergeant dead. Okay, next this squad of tactical marines is going to fire at that squad. So we've got 10 shots here, hitting on 3s. And that's 3, 4 hits, wounding on 4s. And that's 4 wounds, so that's 4 3+ saves for the Salamanders. And they all make it, so nothing there. Okay, and now this Spartan here, he's going to fire this quad las cannon at the front of that Spartan. So we got 2 shots here, 6s to hit, rerollable. I'll reroll that. That's cocked. And nothing there. Now this quad las cannon is going to be firing at the side of that dreadnought, so it's 2 shots here. Hitting on 6s, rerollable, and nothing there. This heavy bolter here is going to fire at this marine here. I can't see any of the other ones, so 3 shots hitting on 6s, rerollable. Reroll that. And nothing there. So that's the end of the shooting phase, so we have to take a morale check for this guy here. And he fails it, so they're going to fall back. And since he's Salamanders, actually he gets to reroll 1 dice. So they're okay. So no assaults to be made, so that's gonna be the end of my turn. I got first blood and I got assassinate. I got my objective, so that's me on 2 points. So that's the end of my turn.
Start turn 2 for the Salamanders, and we have objective 4 over here and objective 2 over there. So drawing 2 cards here. We have secure objective 2. And we have secure objective 3, which is, we have 2 over here and 3 over there. So I'll start movement by disembarking my rhino here, and my guys are going to move 6, which will put them over here. So that's this tack squad disembarked here and moved up. And now my veteran squad, they're going to move 6 inches, so I'll bring them up to here. Now the Spartans are going to move forward 6, so I'll put him just up onto the barricade here. Because we've got move through cover, we don't need to make any dangerous terrain tests. Now the Fire Drakes and Praetor, they've disembarked and moved up there near the Tactical Marines. And now the Contemptor Dreadnought is moving up 6 to put him just here. And now this Sakaran's just going to move up 6 inches. Well, I'll just pivot him, move him a couple of inches, and then turn him back this way. So shooting over here, and our sergeant with the combi plasma, we're within 12 inches, so we can rapid fire. So we're hitting on 3s here, and both hit, wounding on 2s, and that is 2 wounds, and it's AP 2. So do you want to look out, sir, for your?
Yep.
Okay. So for the sergeant up front here, on 4+, he looks out, sir, which he does. And the next one, he doesn't. So that is is it 1 wound each?
Yes.
Okay, so sergeant's dead and 1 more guy. And he's actually got a feel no pain. So for the sergeant, 6+, and he doesn't make it. And for the other guy, and he doesn't make it. So both dead. Yeah. And we actually forgot cover saves for them too, because they're kind of behind the barricades here. So wait, 1 at a time. 1 for the sergeant, which he doesn't make, and 1 for the other guy, which he does. So just the sergeant for the bolters, shooting at the Rampagers. So rapid firing, that's 18 shots, hitting on 3s. So we have these failed. Wounding on 4s. And that is 3 wounds. Wow, that was a pretty bad roll there. 3+ save for the Rampagers. And feel no pain of 6+. Wow, so they make it. So just the sergeant dead there. So now this squad of veterans over here, they're going to try and shoot their Meltas at the Sakaran. The Sakaran does have armored ceramite, but we're going to give it a go anyway. So with the 2 normal Melta guns, hitting on 3s. Both hit. Now they're strength 8 against armor 13. So glancing on 5s, penning on 6s. Ooh, and snake eyes. So nothing now the there. Sergeant's mastercrafted Melta gun, or combi weapon, shooting it here. So 3s to hit, which we can re-roll. Now 5s to glance, 6 to pen, and nothing. Next, the last cannons here, shooting at the Dreadnought. So we moved 6, so we can only shoot 1 at full ballistic skill. We'll snap fire this last cannons at the Dreadnought. So hitting on 6s, re-rollable, because twin linked. Nothing there. This quad las cannon on the Spartan over there, hitting on 3s this time, because this is at full ballistic skill. And they both hit. So because of the flare shield, we're glancing on 6s here, with them 2 shots. Come on, 6s. Ah, nothing. All right, now moving on to the Sakaran here, shooting at the Spartan. So everything's shooting at full ballistic skill. So we'll start with the 2 last cannons, hitting on 3s.
This last cannon's on the front armor.
Yeah, okay, this one's on the front, and I guess this one's on the side. Yeah. Okay, so the one on the side, that is hit you on 3, which it does. Now, on the side is armor 14, but there's no flare shield, so it is glancing on a 5, penning on a 6. Oh, nothing there. And the one that's on the front, hitting on a 3, which it doesn't do. Now the autocannon here, shooting at the side of the Spartan, hitting on 3s. Rerollable. And rerollable, because twin linked. So 5 hits. Strength 7 against armor 14, so it's rending really. We need rends here. So any 6s? And nothing, so completely ineffective shooting from the Sakaran there. Now the Kerry's assault cannon here, shooting at the front of the Spartans, so hitting on 2s, 5 hits. Now we need rending here, we need 6s. And we get none, so it's been completely ineffective shooting from the Sakaran, the Dreadnought and the Spartan. The veteran squad here is going to charge the Sakaran, and because we've got move through cover, we don't get any penalty running through the difficult terrain there. We do get a -1 to run in charges though, being Salamanders, so we normally need an 8 and we need a 9 here. Come on guys. Oh, and 8 inches, so they just failed the charge. Unfortunately, I really wanted to get the melta bombs on that Sakaran, but just failed there. The Terminator squad here are going to charge, so they're definitely making it. And in they go. So put him here, 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 and we'll just move these guys up behind them. So the tactical squad here is piling in on the Terminators. They get to attack first. Terminators being at initiative 1. We forgot about Overwatch on the charge there, so he's going to do his Overwatch just now. So that's 10 shots, hitting on 6s, snapshots. That's 2 hits, wounding on 4s. 1 wound, and that is a 2+ save. Which we make. I'm going to issue a challenge with my Praetor here. So are you going to accept it? You've got your sergeant in there?
Yeah, no, I'm not going to accept it.
Okay, so the sergeant hasn't accepted it, and which means he can't attack. So we've got 9 attacks from the tactical marines here, hitting on 4s. And that is 4 hits. Yep. Oh, 5 hits actually, wounding on 4s. 3 wounds and 2+ save, and 1 failed, so that's 1 wound on one of the fire. Now for the Praetor attacking back here, there's 6 attacks because we've got digital lasers hitting on 3s, and we have mastercrafted thunderhammer, so we can reroll that. So that's 4 hits, wounding on 2s. That's 3 dead. Now the Fire Drake Sergeant, 4 attacks because we charged, hitting on 3s, and it's mastercrafted. It's 3 hits, wounded on 2s, and 3 more dead. So look out, sir, for the Sergeant here, 4+, and it fails, so Sergeant's dead. 2 more. And now the Fire Drakes, that's 12 attacks, hitting on 3s, and wounding on 2s. We've got 8 hits here, wounding on 2s, and that is 8 of them dead, which will wipe out the rest of the unit. Yep. Now I'm going to consolidate d6 inches, so that is 5 inches. So that is the assault over and the end of my turn, and I managed to get secure objective 2 with my tactical squad over here. And I think that is, well, actually I've got a scoring unit within 12 inches over here as well, so I think I get behind enemy lines. They get that, so that's 2 victory points into turn 2 for the World Eaters.
Okay, start of World Eaters turn 2, and we're going to draw 1 tactical objective now because we've got objective 5 over there. So we get secure objective 4, which is over here. So start off movement, and I'm gonna just move up my Rampagers. That'll bring them just to over here. And next, I'm just gonna pivot my Sakaran over here. like that. I'm going to leave this tactical squad there, and I'm going to leave the Rhino there on objective 5, and then I'm going to move the Dreadnought over here 6 inches over here, like that. So now with the Spartan, I'm just going to keep him there and disembark the Praetor and the Red Butchers. So I'm going to come out and move 6 inches over here. So just there. So that's disembarked. Okay, so starting the shooting phase now with the Sikaran. First he's going to fire his heavy bolter here. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. They'll hit and wounding on 3s. And that's 2 wounds, 3+ save. And they both make it, so nothing there. The 2 las cannons firing out at squad, so 2 attacks, hitting on 3s. And they both hit, and now wounding on 2s. They both wound, so that's 2 closest dead. And now the twin-linked accelerator cannon, 6 shots, hitting on 3s, rerollable. And that's 5 hits, wounding on 2s. And that's 3 wounds, so 3 3+ saves. And yeah, so nothing there. Next, it's actually got a hunter killer missile, so hitting on, I'm going to shoot that at this squad, hitting on 3s. It hits, wounding on 2s. It wounds, and it's AP3, so
take out this guy in the melter.
Yep. Okay, and now this squad here is going Fury of the Legion rapid fire onto this squad. That's 40 shots, hitting on 3s. That's 26 hits, wounding on 4s here. So that's 17 saves to make there. The closest one is the sergeant though. So
that's okay.
Yeah.
So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds.
5 wounds. So you can look at sirs.
And he takes a wound, so that's these 4 dead, 5 dead.
Only 2 left there. Okay, and now this Dreadnought here is going to fire at that squad of Fire Drakes, which is Praetor. We've got 12 shots here, hitting on 2s. Okay, so that's 11 hits, wounding on 2s. And wow, they all wound, and we get 1/6. So
okay, so that is going to be an invulnerable save.
Yeah.
3+.
3+ invuln save,
which we make.
Yep.
And the other 10, they are going to be normal 2+ saves. Which they all
wow, that was good. There's 2 twin-link bolters on this Rhino that's firing at the Fire Drakes over there, so hitting on 3s. And wow, well, they can reroll because twin-linked. And they both hit and wounding on 4s. And that's 1 wound, so that's a 2+ save. And he makes it. Now the Spartan is going to fire its weapons. First we'll shoot the Hunter Killer Missile at the Fire Drakes over there, so hitting on 3s. And we hit, and we are wounding on 2s. And it's a 2. It's AP3, so you still get your 2+ save, which he makes. Now this quad las cannon is going to fire at them Fire Drakes, so we have 2 shots, hitting on 3s. And wounding on 2s. Both wound, AP2, so 3+ invuln. And ooh, so that's
failed.
First guy there dead.
So he's dead, that's instant death. And then and this guy as well.
Yeah, wow. Next, the twin-linked heavy bolter here is firing at that squad of tactical marines. 3 shots, hitting on 3s. And reroll that. All hit, wounding on 3s, sorry. And 2 wounds, so that's 2 normal saves. And one's dead. And next, this quad las cannon is going to be firing at the front of that Sakaran, armor 13. We're hitting on 3s here, rerollable. And they both hit, and now it's armor 13, so force to glance. And though we get a penetrating hit, and see what that does. And it's a 5, that's a weapon destroyed.
Okay,
so
roll to see a 1, 2, 3, 4, and
yeah.
discard a 5 or 6. 2, so ooh, that's accelerator cannon.
Yeah. Accelerator cannon is destroyed. At the end of the shooting phase, we need to do morale checks now for this group. And that's a 6, they make it. And for the fire drakes over there, their leadership 10. And they make it as well, so they're okay. So into the assault phase. Charges here, we're gonna charge these Rampagers into this squad here. They're needing a 3. And, oh, they definitely make it. There they go, they're in. Now my red butchers and praetor are going to charge them fire drakes and his praetor, needing 4 here. They can reroll because they've got unstoppable charge, but they make it anyway. That's them in. We're going to start over here. I'm going to issue a challenge because they can all issue challenges. My Rampagers, they've got the chosen warriors. Yeah, I'm going to issue a challenge with my Meteor Hammer. You're going to decline, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so his sergeant can't attack this turn. We're going to attack now with Rampagers with some Meteor Hammers first because they're +1 initiative. So that's 6 attacks, hitting on 4s. Wow, good roll there. So that's 5 hits and wounding on 2s. And all wounds, but they are AP3, so you've got 5 3+ saves there.
They're AP3?
No, AP5. So
okay.
you've got 3+ saves to make. And you fail
failed.
1, so that means they are concussed because Meteor Hammers do have concussive. So they'll be fighting at initiative step 1. Okay, so now we're both fighting at initiative step 1. He's piling in there. And now my 2 guys with the XIIIth chain axe, these 2 are going to attack. So that's 6 attacks. Hitting on 4s. And ooh, only 2 wounds, 2 hits there. So wounding on 2s here. And they've got shred, so I can reroll. But they will wound. 2 wounds, and it's AP3, so that's 2 dead. 2 closest, so them 2. So that's 8 guys attacking my Rampagers now. That's
hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s. And
wounding on 4s.
Wounding on 4s. And that's
2 wounds.
2 wounds, so that's 3+ save. Oh!
2 wounds.
I get a 6+ feel no pain. And ooh, wow.
2 of them dead.
2 of them dead. I'll go pick this guy and this guy. End of combat pile in here. Morale check for them. They did lose by 1, so it's -1, so it's 8, and they're okay. Okay, now for this combat over here, I will issue a challenge with my Devoured, the sergeant of my Red Butchers.
And I'll accept with my sergeant here, so...
He will accept, so that's them 2 in a challenge. Okay, so the Devoured in the challenge against his sergeant, that's 5 attacks, hitting on 4s, rerollable because he's got Hatred. So I'll reroll them 4. And so that's 2 hits and 2+ to wound. They both wound, so that's 3+ saves.
And they both make it.
And he makes it. Now my Praetor is attacking, so that's 6 attacks because digital lasers and he charged, hitting on 3s here. And that's 4 hits and wounding on 2s. And that's 2 wounds.
And 3+ save.
3+ save.
Yes.
And he makes it. Okay, now the other normal butchers, they're attacking. That's 16 attacks. They've got Hatred. It's 4+ to hit. Rerollable. So I'm gonna reroll these. And that's that was cocked actually. So yeah. So So there we go. 4 more hits. So that's 10 wounds, wounding on 2s. And wow, so they all hit. So that's 10 2+ saves because they are not AP2. And now for him to attack back now, it's his sergeant on my sergeant. That's 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. And 2 hits. Wounding on 2s. Whoa! Snake eyes!
Oh, hang on a minute. I can reroll Mastercrafted. So
yeah, you can reroll that, yeah.
To hit 3+.
Okay, now his traitor is attacking. That's 5 attacks, hitting on 3s.
And Mastercrafted.
Mastercrafted.
Oh. 2 hits.
2 hits, wounding on 2s.
2 wounds.
2 wounds, that's 2 4+ saves. That's
1 dead.
1 dead.
I feel no pain.
Oh, I feel no pain, yeah. 6+ feel no pain. Ooh, almost. So that's him dead. Now it's 2 normal guys, hitting on 3s and wounding on 2s.
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
4+ save.
2 4+ saves. And that's
I feel no pain.
1 feel no pain.
Okay, so that's
And
1 dead. So that's
2 of my guys dead.
And I win the combat.
And he wins the combat. So that's the end of the assault phase and end of my turn. I didn't get any victory points there, so into Salamander's turn 3.
So we have objective 4 over here and objective 2 over there. So we can draw 2 cards this turn. So let's see what we get. Secure objective 6, which is over here. And secure objective 2 again, which is over here. So movement, and now my veteran squad, the last remaining 2 heroes here, they're gonna move up 6, and now these tactical marines, they'll move through that crater, so they can move 3 inches. Just put them into here. Now my walker here, my contemptor, he's gonna move 5 inches, so just put him over here. And my Sakaran here will pivot and move a couple of inches this way and then pivot back. And I'll just keep my Spartan there, so that is movement over and into shooting. So now these quad las cannons going to be shooting at that Spartan there, so hitting on 3s, rerollable, because twin linked, so they both hit. And because they've got a flare shield on that Spartan, we are glancing on 6s, I think. Ooh, and a 5. And now the Sakaran here is going to shoot his 2 las cannons at the side armor of the Spartan, so hitting on 3s. Both hit. Now it's armor 14, so glancing on 5s. And nothing there. Now the carries is going to shoot at this Spartan, so 6 shots hitting on 2s. That's 5 hits. Needing 6s here to do anything. That's 2 6s. Needing a 5+ here to glance. And nothing. So charging here now with the Contemptor. And I've got fleet, so I can... well,
you needed 4s, you made it, I think.
Yeah, I think I made it anyway, but... Okay, so in it goes. So we'll start the combat with the Dreadnought here. So 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. And that 3 hits. And because our close combat weapon has strength ×2, that's strength 14. So it's auto pens, basically. So that's 3 penetrating hits and 3 vehicle damage rolls. So, well, actually, the AP on it's 2. So, wow, that is a Spartan exploded. So the Spartan actually explodes there, and on a 6 here, it'll do a glancing hit on the Dreadnought, its rear armor, which it doesn't do. So that's a Spartan wreck. And now over here, we'll do the challenge. So my sergeant has 3 attacks, hitting on 3s against his devoured. So that's, and he's got Mastercrafted. So all 3 hit, wounding on 2s. All 3 wound, so that's a 4+ save for the devoured. And 2 fails, feel no pains, yeah. So that is a sergeant dead and 1 more butcher's dead. Yep. And now my praetor here is going to attack, so that is 5 attacks, hitting on 4s against, well, hitting on 4s against your praetor.
Yeah.
and mastercrafted. So that's 1 hit. Wounding on 2s. 1 wound and 4+ invulnerable save. And he makes normal fire drakes, 4 attacks hitting on 3s. And 3 hits, wounding on 2s. And that is 2 wounds, so 4+ invulnerable save. So 4+ save. And he makes it. And now the Devoured is going to attack my Sergeant, so 4 attacks, hitting on 4s and wounding on 2s. And that's 1 wound, 3+ save, which we make. Now his Praetor attacking my Fire Drake, so 5 attacks, hitting on 3s here. That's 2 hits, wounding on 2s. And 1 3+ save to make. And we make the normal butchers, so that is 2 of them. 6 attacks, hitting on 4s. That is 1 hit, wow. Wounding on 2s. And a normal save of 2+ save. And we make it. So no damage back from the World Eaters, and we killed the Sergeant and 1 more guy, so we win the combat, but it has no effect really. And now over here, the Rampager with the Meteor Hammer, hitting on 4s, 2 attacks, wounding on, is it 2s? 2s, yeah. So 1 wound and a 3+ save, which we make. Now I can pile in my guys around here. And we've got 7 attacks here. I forgot these guys were concussed from last turn, so they're initiative 1. So the last Rampager there with his
XIIIth or something.
Yeah. Well, actually, initiative 1, a simultaneous combat here with my Marines. Yep. Okay, so hitting on 4s. And both missed. Now my Marines with the Sergeant, that's 8 guys, hitting on 4s. 2 hits, wounding on 4s. All these. 1 wound and 3+ save, I think, for the Devoured. No, Devoured, the Rampagers, and they make it. So nobody dies there, drawn combat. End of the turn, and I managed to get objective 2 here, so that's 1 more victory point, which puts me up to 3 and into turn 3 for the World Eaters. And we forgot to charge these guys in the assault phase, so we're just going to do it now before we complete the turn. So we need a 5 to charge, but because they're Salamanders, they need a 6, and they make it. So in they go. They've got move through cover, so they don't, that doesn't affect them. So now the 2 melta bombs hitting on 3s, and they both hit. So for the first melta bomb here, it's against armor 12, so strength 8 plus 8, so that's a pen. Yeah. And we plus 2 to the damage, to the vehicle damage chart, because AP 1, so that is a 4, which is basically crew shaken because. Oh yeah, crew shaken. Because he's extra armor. Yeah, extra armor, and 1 hull point. And the second melt bomb. 6 plus 8, so that's a pen as well. Yeah. And we add 2 to this roll. Ooh, and his vehicle explodes. Yeah, explodes. Wow, so the vehicle explodes and a d6 inches, so d6 explosion, 1 inch, so it will cover these guys. Yeah, so that's 2 strength for hits. Wounding on 4s. Wounding on 4s. Oh. Just roll again. And they both don't do it. Yeah, nothing there. So that is the Sicaran has been melted by the melta bombs. Okay, so start of World Eaters turn 3 here. We still have objective 5 over here, so we need to draw 1 tactical objective. And we get hold the line. Score 1 victory point if at least 3 of your scoring units and none of your opponent's scoring units are within 12 inches of your table edge. Okay, so first of all, this tactical score is going to move up 6 inches towards this crater. Okay, next the Rhino here is just going to pivot and move up 6 inches. Just here. And he's actually going to move at cruise speed. I'm going to go over that pipe there, so dangerous terrain. And we get, oh, those are blades.
Oh, and he's immobilized, and he takes 1 hull point, so he's dead.
Yeah,
Wow, so he moves up to there, and he's wrecked. Wow. Not so good for him. Okay, now this dreadnought here, he's just going to move up about 6 inches, just to here. Like that. And to the shooting, I'm going to shoot his veteran squad there with my tactical marines here. I'm going to be rapid firing, so 20 shots, hitting on 4s. Okay, so that's 10 hits, wounding on 4s. And not bad.
And now 3+ save.
3+ saves for the veterans.
Ooh, and they're dead.
Yeah, they're dead. Okay, and now this dreadnought here is going to fire at the back of his dreadnought over there. It's armor 10. 2 carries assault cannons. That's 12 shots hitting on 2s here. And wow, they all hit. And wounding, glancing on 4s here. And so that's
1 glance.
1 glance
3 pens.
and 3 pens. Well, that's
so now the automatic shielding. So
yeah.
5+ for the glance.
automatic shielding.
So 1 hull point.
Okay.
3 pens.
3 pens. He's got automatic shielding. That's 5+ invuln.
So 2
And
pens.
2 pens and 1 glance. So it's destroyed.
It's just,
Yeah.
destroyed, yeah.
So that's the end of shooting and into the assault. We're going to start with this combat over here. And we starting with my Rampager with some meteor hammer here. There's 2 attacks, hitting on 4s. And 1 hit, wounding on 2s. Ooh, and nothing there. And now it's him to attack back. He's not concussed anymore. So he's got 8 attacks, hitting on 4s. And that's 6 hits and wounding on 4s. And ooh, one wound, a 3+ save.
And
Feel no pain, 6+, feel no pain. And yeah, so that's 1 guy dead. Take out the meteor guy. Now for the Rampager with the Excoriator Chain Axe, hitting on 4s. And 1 hit, wounding on 2s, rerollable because it has shred. And that's 1 wound. It's AP3.
Oh, so
yeah.
that is 1 dead.
Yeah, so that's 1 dead.
And a drawn combat.
Drawn combat. And now for this combat over here, I'm going to issue a challenge with my Praetor.
I'll accept with my sergeant.
Okay, he's going to accept with his sergeant. So we'll do that combat now. My Praetor's got 5 attacks, hitting on 3s. And 3 hits, wounding on 2s. And they all wound, so
3+ invulnerable.
3+ invulnerable saves. Ooh, 2 failed, so
2 dead. Okay,
that's
so that's, I'll take the, oh well, yeah, it's a challenge, so he's dead. I'll take this guy as well.
Yeah, now my normal butcher here, he's got 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. And that's 2 hits, wounding on 2s. And both
2+ save.
2+ save. And he
both.
makes it. So okay, and now his champion there, his sergeant, is attacking my Praetor. 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. Ooh, Mastercrafted, you can reroll that. Yeah, so that's 1 hit and wounding on 2s. And 1 wound, so that's 4+ save, okay, invulnerable save. And I make it, so nothing there. His Praetor, 5 attacks, hitting on 3s.
And can reroll this, Mastercrafted.
Yeah, Mastercrafted.
So 4 hits, wounding on 2s.
Yep, wounding on 2s.
4 wounds.
4 wounds, so
4+.
4+ save for my Red Butcher there.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's 4 6+ feel no pains we've got to make. We'll do it individually now because there's Praetor there. The first one, he makes it. Second one, he makes it. Third one. Okay, that's that one dead.
No, but there's no feel no pain for your Praetor. It's just for the butchers.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. So that's dead. 2 gone, and he gets Slay the Warlord.
These 2 are dead as well.
Oh, the sergeant. Your sergeant. This guy. He's dead.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And that guy. Yeah. Okay, he's won the combat there, so he's going to consolidate 3 inches. So where do you want to move?
Take them back to
Okay. Okay, so that's the end of the assault here. I didn't get any victory points. So yeah, end of my turn there. No victory points. So into turn 4 for the Salamanders.
So we've got objective 4 still, and we have objective 2, so we can draw 2 more objectives. So let's see what we get. And we have supremacy, and we have overwhelming firepower. I'll start by embarking with my Praetor and Fire Drake into the Spartan, and then we are going to move forward 6 inches, which can be pretty much anywhere there, and we're going to turn to face the Dreadnought here with one of the quad las cannons. Now my Sicaran here is going to pivot and move 6 inches, and then cruising speed, take him another 6 or so and pivot back here, see if we can get some las cannons on that Dreadnought over there. Shooting now, and the first quad las cannon at the Dreadnought here, firing at full ballistic skill, so hitting on 3s. Ooh, rerollable, so I can reroll both of them. And 2 hits. And now it's a las cannon, strength 9 against armor 13, so glancing on 4s, penning on 5 or 6. Ooh. Wow, and 2 fails now there. The other quad las cannon, snapshot in here on 6s, rerollable. And no hits. Now the Sicaran here, the las cannon is going to shoot at the Dreadnought there, so hitting on 3s. And glancing on what is it? 4s, yeah. And 6, so that's a pen there. Okay, so you get a cover save. Or, well, yeah, you cover save.
Well, actually, yeah, it's a ruin.
Of the ruin is a 4+. And no cover save there, so
that's a pen.
A pen, so let's see what it does.
If you want.
And it's just crew shaken, so yeah, just 1 hull point off the assault. And my Space Marines here, my tactical squad, that's 7 attacks, hitting on 4s. And that's 5 hits. Now we're wounding on 4s here. And 4 wounds, so that's 4 3+ saves to make. And that is him. Feel no pain on that 2 there.
6.
And he's dead, so that unit is wiped out. We can consolidate d6 inches, so 5 inches, and I will take them over to here, just next to objective 6. So that is the end of the turn, and I've managed to secure objective 6. I have managed to, well, I didn't get overwhelming firepower, but I did get supremacy. D3 victory points if I control at least 2 objective markers and twice as many as my opponent. So that's a D3 victory points there. Let's see how many. 3. So that's 4 objective victory points from that, and we slain his warlord previously, so quite a lot of victory points there.
Okay, so start of World Eaters turn 4 here. It's not looking too good for them. I've only got my Dreadnought here and this squad of tactical marines, so yeah, it's a start of turn, so I need to draw a tactical objective because I do have objective 1 there. So we get a secure objective 4, which is over there. I've actually got 2 of these now, so I don't know. Very unlikely. Start a movement, and I'm actually not going to move anything. I'm going to keep my tactical marines there so I can Fury of the Legion his tactical marines over there. And so yeah, so into shooting, we'll start with this tactical squad here. We've got 8 guys that can Fury of the Legion, so that's 16 shots. They're going to be hitting on 3s. Whoop. And wounding on 4s. So that's 3 wounds. So
3 plus saves.
3 plus saves, and
1 dead.
So that's the closest guy. This guy over here. Now I'm going to move my Dreadnought just up to here, like that. Yeah, because actually I was going to move him in the movement phase, so I've just moved him up there. Okay, so the Dreadnought here is going to shoot its 2 carries at the tactical squad over there. That's 12 shots, hitting on 2s. And that's 11 hits. Oh no, 10 hits, sorry, and wounding on 2s. Yeah. And they all depart from 1.
So 3 plus save.
3 plus saves for them. And 3 dead. So yeah. Okay, so that's shooting over. Morale check for this squad here. I lost 3 guys.
And they're okay.
And they're okay. Okay, so yeah, that's end of shooting. No assaults to be done here. So it's going to be the end of my turn 4. And by the looks of it, it's not going too well here. He's on 8 he's on 8 victory points. I'm on 2, and I've only got my dreadnought and this squad here. Yeah, so I can't really do anything. So I'm just going to concede there at the end of my turn 4. It was a good game. So into the post-match.
Okay, so into the post-match, and victory for the Salamanders. I guess I got quite lucky on that last objective, getting 3 victory points for holding.
You know, that's one thing I really noticed with this
objectives.
is the scoring units. You know how only troops can score, and I only had 3 scoring units. You had 6 in that game. It makes a big difference.
Yeah,
like,
you have to have your tactical squads, your veteran squads, seeker squads, things that can capture objectives. It is
I
really
did
important.
really quite feel handicapped there with scoring units and that.
Yeah, but you've got your veteran squads coming into your army soon.
I've got another 10 tacticals
that should
and all my
balance things up.
veterans.
Yep, it was pretty cool with my veterans. I quite like melt-a-bombing your Sicaran.
I know them two veterans melt-a-bombed my Sicaran.
Yep, strength 8, armor bane, so 2d6 on top of that, and they're AP 1, so you add 2 to the vehicle damage table.
I still can't believe them 2 veterans took out my Sicaran, who was on full hull points.
That was fun. That was fun.
It was at that point in the game where I thought, after they took out my Sicaran, I was like, damn, I think this might be over.
But still, I mean, they didn't even pay for their own points, though. They didn't do anything other than that, and I think it was about 300 points for the squad. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the game, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, see ya.